strong. In recent years, becoming self-employed in the beauty industry has become more and more popular. Whether this is hair, lashes, nails, makeup, you name it. There's always a space for these new business owners. However, can just anyone be one? Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Chelsea Chloe, CC for short, and today's video is titled Self-Employed Beauty Edition. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the very beginning, in my perspective, of being self-employed in the beauty industry, problems that have occurred, why they happen, and how they can be solved. Oh, just to let you guys know, if you see my eyes turning there, it's because I have notes, okay? So, yeah. Now, I would really appreciate if you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you feel like saying something on the topic, you better comment it down. And a warning, I will not be saying any names because I feel like everyone deserves a chance to redeem themselves. However, if you are a repeat offender, whether you are a client or a business owner, side eye to you. Let's get into it. For me, the idea of being self-employed starts from secondary school. My demographic, secondary school, okay? So I am class of 2017. Yeah, so the girls that I went to school with that knew how to do hair would do hair for pocket money. I remember people also doing makeup for pocket money, but it wasn't as popular. I feel like the reason why this would happen was because girls would only get their makeup done for special occasions, so that would just be mainly their birthday. So that's probably why it wasn't as popular. But I also do remember that there was one person, well there was two, but there's one person, yeah, that everyone went to do their birthday makeup. And like, this was between like the 2016 to 2018 era. That was the one specific person. Every time someone went to get their makeup done by her, you would know exactly who did it. She was the epitome of birthday makeup, okay? Yeah. Furthermore, when it came to nails, people would just usually go to their local nail salons, and again, they wouldn't actually do it unless it was for special occasions. But it makes sense, we were young, like nobody's really, you know, going to get their makeup done all the time, like going to get their nails done all the time. We're in school. Individual lashes weren't really as popular either. I don't ever remember somebody coming into school with singles. I feel like most of the time if someone had eyelashes done, they would do it themselves with the little clusters that you get from the hair shop or whatever. I used to do that. But yeah, as some of these girls that knew how to do hair got older, they took their businesses more serious, okay? And this was also around the time that wigs became popular as well. So I'm talking sixth form days. Sixth form, I would have been class of 2019. So that makes sense? Yeah. All right, so around that time, that's when wigs and stuff were getting more popular. So those were the services that people added. And not only that, I feel like at the time, because of social media, it made it easy for people to like get clients and stuff. And there was also, was Asmi made at that time? I don't know if people were using Asmi, but either way, social media made it easy for people to gain clients and get appointments and stuff. So yeah, more people started getting into doing makeup and nails as a business. Lashes, I didn't know many lash techs, I just knew girls that got their lashes done, and even that wasn't a lot of people. So yeah, anyways, progressively there are more and more people that become self-employed in the beauty industry, and as I mentioned, social media makes that easy for them, as well as certain websites like Asmi. And yeah, now where do things go wrong? Prior to lockdown, I didn't really hear much about like hair horror stories or like any type of beauty service horror stories. It was mostly like when aunties couldn't do a certain hairstyle. Like sometimes you would show these aunties a hairstyle and they'll be like, yeah, I can do that. And then when they finish, it's not that. Those are the main horror stories that I would hear. I just clocked I'm not using my mic. As I was saying, lockdown brought them horror stories out. As people could not entertain themselves outside, they could only mainly use social media. And there was a app that became popular at the time. It was Clubhouse. So on Clubhouse, there was a room that was hosted by a lady. This room allowed people to come on the platform and talk about their hair horror stories. And there were some stories. Here are a few that I can remember. Well, I only remember 2 like properly, but then again, like the rest of them were very repetitive. Like I was even surprised that these were reoccurring things. Anyways, let me take my iPad just to remind myself. 1, a service provider known for hair and makeup who would be hours late, not 5 to 10 minutes, hours late to appointments, and some people's makeup would come out dry and wigs were not properly constructed. Number 2, a service provider known for hair who called her boyfriend to threaten a client because the client was not happy with the service. I'm not sure if it was because of how the hair came out or because of the service provider's attitude, but the most important thing and the most horrendous thing is that she called her boyfriend to go and threaten her client. How mad. More common issues include providers cancelling last minute, as in 15 minutes before the appointment, sometimes 5. It's understandable if it's an emergency, but if you're a repeat offender, hairstylists dyeing wigs and or ruining the hair but still sending it off to the clients. That's absolutely crazy, because you actually have the opportunity to be like, okay, the hair didn't come out right, this happened, how can I, you know, provide ways to help the situation. But no, you just send off the wig and you don't think they're gonna notice that something is wrong with the hair. Providers not giving back deposit money when they cancel on the clients. And I think the worst part about this is when they're always like,
oh, it's just £20, like it's just £20, it's just £10.
Even if it's £1, child, that's my money, send it back. If it's just £20, if it's just £20, why can't you send it? Why can't you send it? Providers being seen outside till the early morning and then cancelling on clients on the day. Now, I have nothing against people that want to live their life. You are allowed to live your life. Honey, we have one, okay? But if you want to live your life like that, be organized. Like, there are some service providers that specifically do not work weekends because they want to live their life. Providers gaslighting clients. I remember this specific story. I think everyone remembers this story. There was actually a popular salon. I don't know if they're still running, but there was a popular salon that used to specialize, or they did mostly wigs or whatever it is. And the girl got her hair done and she was like, the lace was highly visible basically. And then the hairstylist was like,
you have to choose whether you want the lace to look good inside or outside.
Do you know how mad that is? Like, crazy. Hairstylists scamming people, for example, by not sending off wigs. You know, there's people that will take you to small claims. There are people that will take you to small. Why are you playing in people's faces like this? Get it together, girl, please. Please. Makeup artist ruining wedding makeup. Now this one, I don't know how this happens, because I'm sure, if I remember well, that there are makeup artists that usually practice the makeup that they're gonna do on you. There's a rehearsal for the makeup. So I don't understand how this happens. I really don't understand. Providers cancelling on their clients for influencers. This is bizarre to me, because as far as I'm aware, the influencers that they cancel their clients for don't usually pay as much. And it's like, I get that you want your company to be promoted, but influencers work with almost everybody, so they're not going to always come to you for their lashes to be done. The people that are always going to come to you are your regular schmegular degular clients that get their lashes done every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks consistently. Meanwhile, your influencer clients might be getting their lashes done by you, and then 3 weeks later there was somebody else. A lot of these beauty providers were repeat offenders. Like, I cannot even tell you how many times I heard the same business name, to a point where I just had to exit out of those chats sometimes, because it was like, wow, this is just the same thing over and over again. Everyone's story sounds very similar. Like, That's crazy. The more recent horror stories have spread through TikTok, obviously because that is a popular platform. And there's actually a page, I forgot what the page is called, but this page has a TikTok and a Twitter page, I believe, and they basically warn people against certain beauty providers, which I think to a certain degree is necessary, because in a way it forces people to be accountable for what they're doing. These more recent stories include more like lash issues and nail issues. So like some of them include lash techs getting glue in their clients' eyes. I remember one story where a girl had to go A&E to get her eyes flushed out, which is crazy. Lash techs gluing people's eyes shut. I remember a story about a lash tech bullying her clients. Like she told someone to focus on their weight or something like that, because they basically expressed to her that they weren't happy with the service, and she was like, focus on your weight or whatever it is. But yeah, that's mad. Nail techs being rough with clients, like nail techs not executing a design. Like it's fine if you say that you're not able to do something, that's cool, but if you say you can do something and when you do it, it's giving easy to draw, it's giving Play-Doh, that's a problem. Other stories are very parallel to the ones that we heard on Clubhouse as well. Another issue that I have actually been a victim of is false advertisement of certain products. For example, hair glues, okay? There's this one glue that they kept throwing and throwing in my face, like, oh my gosh, this is a good glue, it's sweat proof, good grip, da 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 da. Bro, I put the glue on, used it for my wig installation, and the wig didn't even last. Like it didn't even last for like a few hours, like honestly. And the thing is, it's not a matter of I don't know how to do it. Like I don't think that's the case, because I do my hair all the time, and there's certain glues that, you know, they're really good, and then there's that glue. Overall, a lot of these issues that happen stemmed from bad customer service skills. Another main issue though is that some people do these jobs just to fund their lifestyle, and not because they actually care about their craft and all that type of stuff. So they don't really care about the customer service aspect, they don't care about who they disappoint, they don't care about cancelling last minute, because they just want to live their life. And there's nothing wrong with living your life, but if you are a service provider and you work in customer service and stuff like that, then you kind of have to adapt. There's one issue that people talked about on TikTok, which was that a lot of service providers act a certain way to customers, or aren't really good with their customer service skills because their customer doesn't fit in their aesthetic or whatever it is. And this is very like secondary school, high schoolish. Like that's not cool, first of all. Second of all, a lot of people come to these services to feel good about themselves. The last thing you want to do is basically shit on them. So yeah, now this is where clients go wrong, and there's this one thing, and this is being clout obsessed, okay? And this could go two ways, right? So one way is that people will go to a service provider who they know, who they are very aware does a crap job. They go to them and then expect the best possible service. Or even if that person didn't do a bad service, they'll pick out little things just so they can run to TikTok and tell their story. The other way is that something will go wrong in an appointment. The business owner will resolve the issue, but the person, the client, will still run to TikTok to tell their story, or whatever social media they use to tell their story, right? And leave out the part where the business owner resolved the issue just because they want engagement on their stuff. I just think it is quite odd for you as a person to go to someone who you know is not that great of a, you know, and still proceed with giving them your money and sit in their chair for them to do a crap job as mentioned by 11 people before you. And I also find it weird that people will continue to put their stories on social media even though the issue has been resolved. If I had a really crap service, I wouldn't go run on social media about it unless like the person was withholding money, the person, I don't know, mainly withholding money. I don't care about anything else. Just give me back my money, please. What needs to happen for these issues to be avoided? Do not do a service providing job in the beauty industry if you are not a people person or cannot adapt. Simple as. You avoid so many issues just by making that choice. Next, take customer service classes or courses or whatever. A lot of y'all need it. A lot of y'all need it. My people that I go to for my stuff don't need it. They're very good. Take accountability. Take freaking accountability of your actions and change, please. Don't be mad that there's 100,000 people complaining about your service when you know it's trash. Only do what you can handle. There are people, as I mentioned previously, there are service providers who purposely do not work on the weekends unless you have an emergency appointment. That's it, that's all, because they know about balance. Another mistake that people do is taking on too many clients within one day. Listen, if you have 5 clients and you can only handle 3, the last two are going to suffer the consequences of you being tired. Whether this is you having attitude, you making like a lot of mistakes, they're gonna know. They're gonna know. Take breaks. Some of y'all do not know how to take breaks. Even when you work a 9 to 5, you have annual leave. Like, it's fine, guys. People need to stop going to bad service providers, okay? This is the easiest way to teach people that they are doing a rubbish job and they need to quickly correct what they are doing because they will not make money. Simple as. And that is the end of my self-employed beauty edition video. I hope everyone liked this video. Make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell on the side. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, if there's a topic you want me to speak on. And yeah, see ya.